Well, he's retired, so you can see his accolades there. And he's only won a single winners medal, and it was Scottish Cup for Dundee in 2010. But what a career he's had all over the place. So he has retired, and now let's get back into a look around the leagues and go from there. G'day folks, and welcome to Around the Leagues, where we cover how other teams finish in their respective leagues and also cup competitions. So the Scottish Cup is where we kick off, and once again, unsurprisingly, Celtic beating Kilmarnock 2-1 in the final. We look at the semi-finals, we'll see that Celtic beat Rangers decisively with a 4-0 win, and Hibs losing 1-0 there to Kilmarnock. So Celtic, as you can see, after last year's gap, retained their cup pretty much. Let's go have a look at the Bedford Cup now, one we expected to do well, and we did fairly well. I was happy with that. Celtic edging out Rangers there 4-3 in the final. And in the semi-finals, Celtic beating Dundee 1-0 and Rangers beating Partick Thistle 1-0. Then we'll go to the Iron Brew Cup here, where we played really bad. Carlisle beating Inverness 1-0 in the cup final. Semi-final, Inverness winning, going through on penalties after a 0-0 draw against Partick Thistle, and Carlisle 2-1 winners over Queen of the South. And what we're going to do now is we are going to just cover Scotland here. So we're just going to go to the Premiership. I'll just do it this way. And we'll see the relegation. So Dundee United beating Ayr in the relegation promotion final. So Ayr didn't go through. Dundee stay up in the Premier League. Celtic are champions again. Rangers second. Hearts, Aberdeen and St Johnstone finishing off the UEFA or European, whatever they bloody well call it, Euro Cup spots this season. Motherwell being relegated, and as we saw, Dundee United surviving. I have declared interest in the Hibs and the Motherwell job. The board gave me an ultimatum, and I said, look, what I've done for you, and they said, yeah, sweet. It is now June the 1st, and the reason for that is my contract is now expired. I am no longer on a contract with Clyde. I am still with the club, but I am on a week-to-week revolving contract. Let's have a look down into the championship here now, where we finished, obviously. So Dundee, we've already seen how that result played off. If we look at the relegation final, we'll see that Annan lost 1-0, 4-1 overall to Queen of the South there. And the so the league table, Dunfermline going up as champions, no one joining them. Livingston losing their relegation playoff, and join Airdrie on the decline down to the championship. What a hard season this was for us. Andy Irvine made the average rating for our team this season with 7.12, second equal. And Cooney was the most yellow cards in 10, but that's about it for us. We had a bad season. But I'm proud that we managed to finish 6th. But this is, as I've mentioned, the last season with Clyde. I will be resigning at the end of this season. But I'm still, and then that will be it. Offline, I will apply for jobs and go through. But ultimately, I just awaiting your feedback on the last few videos to see how you think we should go in terms of ending the series or continuing the series, but making it more as a, well, I guess you could say journeyman, or just going through and seeing if we can find another club. That is the league championship there, Ladbrokes. We drop down into the Ladbrokes League 1 eventually, and we'll see there that Berwick losing out Montrose in the final there. League table, Falkirk going up as champions and being joined by Queen of the South, Arbroath and Stranraer, both going down into the League 2, which brings us to League 2 there, and we can see that Edinburgh City promoted as champions and Montrose joining them in the push up, and Stenham finished at 10th. So that is all for Scotland. We have covered all their competitions. Let's just have a look at Scotland as a country, as an FA, and see how they ended. And so the world rankings, is 43, and we can see how it started all up there, and so they've been as high as 35th at one stage in the world rankings, but now currently 43rd. You can see some of their top players playing for Liverpool, Man City, Celtic, Schalke, and one in Real Salt Lake as well, and the major clubs. There's no surprise there as it is. So what we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all the ages, we are going to go and have a look at some of the leagues that I have in focus. We will kick off with the English Premier League, and we will see that Liverpool came back. So Liverpool have won the last 3 out of 4 seasons, the championships. So Liverpool, Loki Doki, and yeah, Loki Doki will be happy to get that win there as well. Hopefully in real life, maybe they can do it. I don't know. So Liverpool winning by 4 points over Man City. Man United finishing a point down on third, with Arsenal rounding out the Champions League's points, 3 points adrift on fourth. Tottenham, Chelsea, and West Ham finishing off in the European Cup. There, actually Tottenham fifth, going into the Champions League as well. Wonder why that is. Maybe we'll have a look later. And relegated was Watford, Huddersfield, and Blackburn. There you can have a look. I'll just hover there. You can see Mo Salah, most goals, Mo Salah average rating, and Mo Salah most assists. And we can see for clean sheets, Bernardino for 19 as well, and Harry Kane 11 Man of the Match awards. We scroll down now to the Championship. We'll see that Norwich beat Nottingham Forest 3-2 after extra time. So they will join Burnley, who are promoted, and Newcastle, who are promoted as champions. Good to see the mighty Burnley, the Clarets, back up into the Premiership where they belong. And relegated, we'll see Walsall, Bolton, and Barnsley. So Bolton, one of the clubs I had an interview with, and they have gone down. We just have a scroll through the Championship, and we can see Sunderland is still around. And no major teams from the Premier League. I guess there's not a major team, but Fulham, but they've bounced around a little bit here and there. Yeah, nobody else at all really, although Bolton have dropped off. We go down to the First Division, League One. We'll see that hasn't even played yet, so there is still competition to be played, which is surprising. It is surprising. When is this being played? Doesn't say. I can't. Probably later on today. Okay. But anyway, let's go to the league table, and we can see that Derby promoted as champions. Sheffield United going up with them, and obviously Hull and Bradford will find out who makes that last one. And Scunthorpe, Burton Albion, or Burton, Grimsby, and Mansfield being relegated. Notts County just missing out there. I have applied for that job as well. Luton on 15th, and Charlton on 8th. Birmingham 7th. Bristol Rovers 4th. Who else have we got? And the Lelujo 12th for Peterborough as well. We go down now to Sky Bet 2. We will see that Blackpool extra time winners over Exeter. So Blackpool being promoted with Gillingham, Port Vale, and champions Leyton Orient. Accrington again missing out but making the playoffs, finishing 4th. Good old mighty Aki Stanley, and also Crawley. Go! Quick rundown here of a little bit of my time at Clyde, and also we're going to touch on the profile. First up, massive thanks to Bobby G for letting me share his spreadsheet here. Well, he sent me the spreadsheet that he uses on his episodes. Definitely go and check his channel out. It's a fantastic channel, loads of great content, really good fella. So likes his peppermint tea as well. So go and check him out there. Thanks Bobby G for letting me use this. I've made some changes, slight changes to obviously reflect what I've done. Now with Clyde, obviously this is after the effect. Moving on, we will be filling out these for other teams and things as well. And like I said, I just added some bits and bobs, taken some things away, but not too much. And I've also added a manager profile one. So let's get stuck into our time at Clyde. So we were at Clyde from 2018 to 2024, 6 years. First season, Scottish League 2, we finished third, and we were knocked out in the playoffs final. We finished 5th in Group F of the Bedford Cup, Scottish Cup 5th round, and Iron Brew Cup 3rd round. 2019-20 season 2, we ended up being champions, so promoted as champions of League 2, finishing 4th in Group F of the Bedford Cup, 4th round of the Scottish Cup, and quarter-finalists in the Iron Brew Cup. 2022-21, back-to-back, baby, champions of League 1, also finishing 3rd in Group E on the Bedford Cup, reaching the 5th round of the Scottish Cup, and again, 1st round of Iron Brew. The following season, 2021-22, baby, first year in the championship. Not a bad run, finishing 2nd in the championship there, being knocked out in the playoffs. We are 2nd in Group G of the Bedford Cup, reaching the 4th round of the Scottish Cup, and again, only making the 1st round of the Iron Brew, and you'll see that is pretty much where we've gone, which is a bit of a shame. Year 2 in Scottish Championship, finishing 3rd, again drawing Dunfermline that season, and again just not making it past that 1st round of the playoffs match there, semi-finals. 3rd in the Group F for the Bedford Cup, and a quarter-final Scottish Cup final position. The last season we finished 6th in the championship. You will have known the journey that we took, and the fact that 6th was a pretty good position considering how we were for a lot of the season. 2nd in Group H, so overall best finish in the group, but unfortunately we were never able to qualify out of the group stages there, but still that was the closest we've been. Quarterfinalists again, so again equal best record in the Scottish Cup, so very happy with that as well. Just hit the manager's profile. This is all created, I've just created it today, and added some different stats and things there that we'll cover as well for my profile. Again, this is 6 years into it. So we finished 2023-24 with Clyde FC in the championship, finishing in 6th. Overall, we've won 2 championships, which is the League 1 and League 2. No cup wins, no Manager of the Years, but 14 Manager of the Month awards, and a Continental Qualification coaching badge of Continental B. That is our highest. We then can see here that reputation is a 2.5-star reputation. Now we're looking at our coaching abilities. We've got 11 for attacking, 12 for defensive, 5 for fitness. Yes, about right. I'm not very fit. Goalkeeping, we've got 3 for distribution, 6 for handling, and 2 for shot stopping. Tactical knowledge, 11. Technique, 11. Mentality, 13. Working with the youngsters, 7. Adaptability of 3. I guess I've only been at one club. 7 for determination, discipline 16, man management 14, and 17 for motivation. Overall percentages here for the games. We played 276 games at our time in Clyde, 151 wins, 47 draws, 78 losses, a lot of those coming this season gone, for a total of 54%. Not too shabby babby, if I do say so myself.
Well, that is a change to the original plan. You may have picked up on some little comments that, like during my time at Clyde, or that is my time at Clyde, little things like that. At the time, I was pretty much leaving Clyde. I had put the poll out. It's been obviously out now for 2 videos or more by the time you see this. The results have been quite surprising. I thought a lot of people would be wanting to either new series or possibly stay. But it looks like everyone wants to stay at Clyde. And on contemplation of the issue, I think I'm going to give it one more season. I want to see if I can get that part-time status changed back to professional. And I want to just give us one more crack in the championship. Because we just didn't get a good roll of the dice last season. So I think we can try, hopefully, and improve in some areas. And just different tactics, which I'll explain. And then we'll go forward from there. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my time at Clyde is, well, I'm back. I had got ahead another week and kind of started another club. Not a new save. We had got left. But that's gone now. The 3 videos I had recorded, including the 51-minute introduction to it, have gone. You may think, what a waste of time. But on reflection, no. I think Clyde deserved... It was a one-club challenger series. So the challenge will remain until it ends naturally. So, we will give it another season, and we will give it another shot. This will be our going into our 4th year now in the championship. We can do this. We need to get to the premiership. That is the target. So, one more season at this stage, yes, with Clyde. So up the bully wee, Clyde FC. Good going to change some thumbnails now. All right, folks. I'm Parkera. I hope you enjoyed this. Hit me down below in the comments and like and subscribe. Also, I just want to say a massive thank you for your ongoing support here, and also for everyone who voted in the polls. Most of the poll results have come via Twitter, which at this stage has still got 3 days to go, but it pretty much determine where I am going to go, and that is nowhere. I'm staying here with Clyde up the bully wee, Clyde FC. All right, folks. Kia kaha.